What's up, everybody? It's 20BMG here. It's gonna be something a little bit different from normal. I'm still trying to work out when I can do actual split screens or whatever, but I figured while I'm here, do my top 10 favorite movies, and that's really hard. Any of my friends will tell you, when it comes to movies, it's like pulling teeth with me. I can't give them a number one. Just some that I figured that I like. Rules for this, I have to own them, unfortunately. It does knock out a lot of really good movies. 2, series. If I like a certain film from a series, it's not from the whole series, it's that particular film. Not to say the series is bad, but that's what I like about it. Okay, so with the list, number 10. Maybe I'll do some paper next time I do this. Major League, Back to the Minors. This is a kind of a guilty favorite. It's not the best one. A lot of people tell you that. But I think it's funny. It's definitely one of the first Major Leagues I saw. And after seeing it and then seeing the other two, the greatest thing about this is the returning characters. People will tell you, Rube is hilarious and his just inabilities. Of course, Taka and Serrano, amazing. And then, why am I opening and closing it? Anyway, also the hero-villain kind of setup, the two managers, is hilarious, because the manager, the twins, it's basically the movie's about the Buzz, this AAA team, and they're big leagues, and they're trying to show off which one's better. But the manager of the Twins, which is the big league team, is so annoying. Like, you feel happy whenever they really mess with this guy. And he shows off his Anyway, so that's number 10. Number 9 on my list. Across the Universe. I know, odd. A musical, ooh, scary. Mess with it, but if anything, why am I opening this again? This was the film that got me into the Beatles, and yet again, message any of my friends' YouTube accounts, and they will tell you, I am a Beatles fan. I am a die-hard Beatles fan. And this really solidified it. The actual CG and all the effects really good. The cast was all good, from singing wise. I liked the fact that Bono was in it. Eddie Izzard was hilarious in it. So, yeah, number 9, Across the Universe, very good film. Number 8 on my list, and this is gonna be a shocker. Caddyshack. Yes, surprising that it's this high up. It's a really hard list. Again, really hard list, and it's a good movie. It's a great film, but it's great when it. There I go again, opening the disc when I shouldn't. When it's good, it's great. When it's meh, it's meh. There's a lot of down scenes in between the hilarity. But there's a lot of joking in it. For those who haven't seen it, it's about this teenager that gets involved in trying to go to college, and then from there it splits off to this golf match between these judges and stuff. No one really watches Caddyshack for the story. It's all Bill Murray. Bill Murray is God in this movie. This is probably, next to Ghostbusters, his best film. Just the antics between him and the Gopher, and the lineup for it is clever. Like, it's got a really good lineup, but I've rarely seen any Roger Dangerfield stuff, like Back to School and stuff. I rarely see it. This is probably it. And he's hilarious in it. He's amazing. So, yeah, number 8. It's that high because it's, like I said, there are some down moments, and the down moments are alright, but not that great. Number 7 on the list. Right? Yep. Sweeney Todd. Yes, second musical on this list. Am I a fan of musicals? Not that much. Just, they're the particular ones that I like. They're good movies. I like them. And I own them. Fortunately, they would be replaced with other things, but I don't own those films. Same. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Sweeney Todd. By the time this came out, I had never heard of the Broadway play. I didn't know anything about this. I saw this because at the time, at the time, I'll admit it, Tim Burton fan. I'm a fan. Like Tim Burton. And I am a big Johnny Depp fan as well. Helena Bonham Carter is also a really good actress. Points proven. Watch any of the Harry Potter movies and anything Tim Burton makes. She's in them all. Just about. Oh, and Fight Club. That's a really good movie too. But, watching this, I liked the concept of it. Just the whole vengeance and corruption. And it's the atmosphere is amazing in the film, just like any other Tim Burton film. The songs are really good. I actually have the soundtrack on my iTunes. I'd have to say my favorite song, it's kind of a toss-up between Epiphany and My Friends. And as another unique thing before it ends, one of the few, if not the only role that Sacha Baron Cohen plays is in this film that I like. Like, yes, I do not like Bruno, I do not like Borat, Dictator, yeah. And Ali G I've never really seen, so. Okay, so number 6, another tough one. Social Network. I don't have the actual original case for it, so. This one kind of got me hooked right away. The story behind this one, I had seen it, I was watching it for, I think, a college project. I was going to review the theaters, and I had to critique the theaters through, I think, customer service or whatever. And I'd heard of the movie, it sounded clever. I knew it was about Facebook, I was just like, why not? And not to mention, no other plans that day. But went to go see it and got hooked. It is deep. Now, I think if anything, this is the one film that really shows over-dramatization and true stories between truth and Hollywood. It's basically about the story of Facebook and the lawsuits Zuckerberg went through. Even though actual Mark Zuckerberg has said most times the only thing he said was good, but it's over-dramatized. And I like the idea behind it. They filmed just about a good chunk of it at Harvard, which was cool. I thought it was kind of ironic that Justin Timberlake played Sean Parker, who the founder of Napster, which at that time I believe Timberlake was on his solo career, maybe still with NSYNC, but most likely having the deal with the Napster issues. So again, irony that a music icon is playing the guy who not only completely changed the way to get music nowadays, but had to fight through so many cases to even get remembered and all that. Jesse Eisenberg, great job as Zuckerberg. Granted, yeah, it's the same character he always kind of plays, the social outcast, the awkward kid. You saw it in Zombieland, you saw it, I think he was in Adventureland, or it was the other guy, I don't know. They both seem the same. But, yeah, great film. I did not see Amazing Spider-Man, which the guy who played Eduardo Saverin played Peter Parker in that. He did a great job in this. I'm pretty sure he did an awesome job in that. Leave comments, I don't know about that one. But, yeah, great movie. Okay. Yeah, number 5. Number 5. Now we're getting into some classics. Last Crusade. Yes, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I know people are probably thinking, why not Raiders? Why not Kingdom Skull? Which I think is good. People have their own rights, but Last Crusade is insane. Like, if they were just gonna cut it off there, like they recently had set up until Crystal Skull came out, it gave the best ending. Harrison Ford, again, great role with Indy. Sean Connery comes out as Henry Jones Sr., which was amazing. The duo of Sean Connery and Harrison Ford was awesome. It was funny at times. You could honestly believe that was actually Harrison's father. Just the way they would react and stuff. They're great actors, amazing roles. I like that it went with another rare religious artifact. Not that the other movies weren't unique, but stones, I didn't get it. Temple of Doom, yeah. Kingdom, at least, their crystal skulls, they were kind of cool looking, but this one, the freaking coup de grace, the Holy Grail. And I will even say it, best Indiana Jones girl, by far. Even though she's a villain and just dies at the end, but she's the best one. Next to Marion Ravenwood, I'm not going to start an erase this. Marion Ravenwood is the best one. She's done it twice. The actress done it twice. She's amazing, but just as good. It's just, really good Bond girl for that. Anyway, why did I say Bond girl? Indiana Jones girl. There we go. Number 4. The Godfather. Okay. Now, I wish if I didn't have the Rollout series, I'd say all 3. I would have had all 3 movies in here. But seeing I have to pick one, go with the original. Although the second one is just as good, and although people say the third one's I like the third one. It's unique. It fits the times, but this one really starts it off with its originality. Obviously, I got the Francis Ford Coppola Collector's Edition here. But Godfather, it was a unique movie. It's not an iconic film it's not labeled an iconic film for no reason. It brought out a lot of characters that a lot of people probably never heard of at the time. Al Pacino, honestly, this is Al Pacino's best role. Michael Corleone is his best role. Heck with Scarface. I will give it right now. I don't like Scarface. It just bores me. Marlon Brando is amazing as Don Corleone. Scott Conn as Sonny was great. It was really sad to see Sonny get killed off because he's such a tough character. And what I love is even now, Scott Conn, anyone who hasn't seen him, he's in Las Vegas. Is just almost the same kind of character, and even his son, who plays Danny in Hawaii Five-0, kind of has that. There are times where you really see him trying to do this kind of Sonny as a cop kind of thing. So, number 4, again, it's a great film, but it's low on the list. It just shows how really hard it is to pick films, especially for me. Okay, number 3, Monty Python's The Life of Brian. Yes, a lot of you are probably thinking, how does Indiana Jones and The Godfather and even Caddyshack lose to Life of Brian? This is my favorite Monty Python. I am a huge Monty Python fan. I have one of their documentaries. I have all 3 films. I have I watched almost all the best sketches. I've seen a ton of the original show. I've even seen it now for something completely different, which was technically their first film. But this one is funny. Even in the movie and outside of the film. in the film, it's hilarious. The whole telling a comedy through the biblical era is amazing, because you've never seen that before, and it's a true testament of how lost train of thought. Shows how you go on a wing, but it shows how the thought process of taking film and putting it anywhere be. The outside source is all the controversy it got. I'm sure people probably have heard this who know film. This was a very controversial film because of where they set it. And it's hilarious because it's like some of the, like, granted, yeah, there was all the censorship stuff, but this was a big testament of the thought of, if you're not able to see it, you're going to find a way to see it. And that's what happened. People in England, and even in, like, Europe and stuff, some countries and places had it banned. Well, the people that lived in those banned areas would find where it is and turn it into a trip to go see that movie. But there are some funny stories of just the onslaught that these guys, that the Pythons went through, and just how much free publicity they got with this movie. It's a really good movie. I find it underrated compared to, because Holy Grail is such a great film. Like, people might be asking, okay, well, you have that in there, why don't you have Holy Grail? And because Life of Brian is just really good. I've seen Holy Grail numerous times. I've seen Meaning of Life numerous times. I've seen Life of Brian. This is actually the first film I'd suggest to people who like Monty Python but have never seen the films. Life of Brian. So, yeah, and if you want to look up more about the controversial stuff, YouTube's got it all over the place. So yeah, that's number 3. Now we're down to the final 2. Unfortunately, these are these are kind of obvious. I know if Nyx or Suka, or I don't know what she's going as now, if she's watching this, she knows my 2. She doesn't know what order they're in, but she knows them. Eris knows them. Zami knows them. Time Dragoon knows them. Anybody I know, if you're watching this, you know which 2 they are, but you don't know what order they're in. So, number 2, Back to the Future. And that is where some of my friends might be in shock, because they know how much of a fan of Back to the Future I am. This is by far one of my favorite films. It is a really well done documentary. Michael J. Fox is amazing in it. Christopher Lloyd, good in this one. The second one, he wanted to be all, I want more money, but, you know, I digress. The guy who plays Biff is hilarious, as well as really good. This film, it's just such a good movie. The idea of a time machine that's a car, and a DeLorean at that, it's actually wanted me to own a DeLorean as a car. Even though I can't anymore, but I would love to have a DeLorean just to say I have the car from Back to the Future. I've even thought of Halloween costumes as this. Obviously, this is one of the special editions for it. And just the idea of that kind of time travel movie. Like, people know the time machine, he goes to the future and all that, but what I like is the fact that he goes back in time to a crucial moment, and just by shock messes things up and has to fix it, and all the hilarity in it. That it's not like a crucial moment for the world or something. No, it's a crucial moment in his life, in his timeline, and I love the way they ran with it. And I'm a firm believer that 1955 is a major time point in the space-time continuum. So yeah, that's number 2. So by now my friends probably know what my number 1 is, but I will reveal it. It's by popular demand. Fantasia. And no, not, although 2000 ago, and then people are like, oh, you're going in the series here. No, I'm going into the original 1940. What, 40, well, 1940s Fantasia, the original one. It's just perfect. It is not only one of my favorite movies of all time, it is my all-time favorite Disney film. Like, no, screw Lion King, heck with The Little Mermaid. I'm gonna get some backlash for that one, I know. But, Pirates of the Caribbean, any of those films, no. Not even Snow White, no. Fantasia is the best film, and unfortunately, at the time, the only people who really knew it for what it would be, are Walt Disney and Leopold Stokowski. Basically, for anybody that lived under a rock and never seen it, Fantasia is a concert experience. Walt Disney and Leopold Stokowski and the amazing Disney animators at the time basically took classical music like Night on Bald Mountain, The Pastoral Symphony, Nutcracker Suite, Rite of Spring, and simply just put animation to music. They literally played the records and told them, and the artists just went to town. What they pictured, and from beginning to end, it is great. It's been so much part of my life that I've had this movie since I was a kid. It's like a knockout to me. It's that good. Of course, unfortunately though, when the movie came out, the response was all mixed and no one really liked it. But people don't know this. Fantasia was the first glimpse of surround sound in movie theaters with Fantasound to fully engulf the crowd and the experience. And this wasn't a movie that you just went, like nowadays, yeah, people go, but this was, because it was such like a concert, this was paid for. Tickets were like a concert. You paid good money to go to this film. And I wish I could, if I wish I had the DeLorean or the Doctor's TARDIS, I would go back in time and watch Fantasia in an old theater. Like, I would have loved it. It would have been awesome to do. So, yeah, number one movie of all time. My number one favorite movie is Fantasia, the original Fantasia, which I do hope to do a fan commentary of. I'm hoping. Figure the mix of me and my friends who are fans of artwork, I'm a fan of this movie, and even they're into a lot of music and everything. So, that's it. That is my top 10. I probably will do some more of these if I can come up with something clever. They won't be as elaborate as a lot of other top 10s that show, like, the images and scenes from the stuff. Although it would be awesome, but I don't have the time. I'm lazy. I know. Look at my channel, you know I am. But, so yeah, if you guys have your own lists that you think are just as good, if you agree or disagree with my list, and feel maybe, just leave me comments, message me, and if you even have a top 10 you want to see, like top 10 video games or top 10 bands or something, oh jeez, that would be hard. Whatever. But yeah, just comments, messages, anything you're interested in. I will try and get back to what I was doing before. I'm trying to find the right game to do it on. So, I'll see ya.